it like rocket fuel.
All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set up. 10-2 stop.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Tap defense.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
50, play.
Defense wins championships, baby.
To throw on second down. Herbert looking long for Westbrook. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, and it's third down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he hits his man, Matthews. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And a Jaguar first down.
Ready up.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try to right side here with Fournette. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
60 Pittsburgh.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. Taking it right down Broadway. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 7-0.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared. 49. Check.
One.
They'll try the left side. House. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. To throw is Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. On now is the Titans punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken in at the 22. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 49-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
You draw quarter.
2nd and 3. He finds his target. It's Matthews. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
Hey, wahoo!
On first down, Herbert. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Ready, ready.
Right there. 54 Mike. I'm here all day.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out
exactly.
there. But the 9 picks.
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. Fournette, a first down, still going. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Lambeau on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key word.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 81 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play. Big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like 2 boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd and 4. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Following the interception here, Mariota. Now they go screen. It's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the Jaguars' 37-yard line.
Throwing is Mariota. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they're going to go for it here on the 4th down try. Mariota's going to stay out there.
Watch Mike.
Now Mariota on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs.
Got it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
You must be dreaming. Slam.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
someone
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And he rifles one incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, If you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position.
This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Herbert. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. 2nd down and inches. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Here we go, here we go. 15 line, 15 line.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 3rd down, Fournette. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Lambo will put this one through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your whip.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen picks up his second sack of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Mariota to throw it, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Josh Lambo, the kickoff for Jacksonville.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Josh Allen able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays.
Yeah.
They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
On 2nd down now. House. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
At their own 39-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
From the 36, Mariota. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Fournette running out of the gun. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Let's go now. 8, read.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now Leonard Fournette. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. 61, matchbox, right, get it.
Fournette running right. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
First down, at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mariota uncorks one for Davis. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Titans go. It's Mariota. He's got him in, Corey Davis. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. He's going to air one out for... That's caught inside the 20. 36 yards on the play. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To throw Mariota to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mariota toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Mariota again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 24-yard
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Mariota. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Josh Allen in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7. 4th down, Mariota. Now a desperation throw deep down. This is intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
18 Gator. Watching it by. You ain't got nothing.
They'll run it again with Fournette. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and